Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another breakdown of the markets. This one is going to be a quick one. You know how we do it. We try and get the overall uh uh breakdown of the week in the beginning of the week and see how the markets are gonna, be acting throughout the week. Um that's very important because you don't want to be lost in the sauce during the week in the markets, right? Because the markets are literally capable of doing anything. So to start it off, I'm gonna be analyzing GBPUSD, and instead of doing an hour-long video analyzing every single pair that I trade, I decided that I'm gonna separate the pairs. So I'm gonna do the GBPUSD separately, drop it, do the gold, drop it, and do the AUD JPY and drop it. And that way I feel like we're gonna, achieve a lot. So let's see what I don't want this to be a long video, but then let's see what GBPUSD is saying. Um, you know how we analyze. If you haven't checked my previous videos, please do that so that you understand how I move when it comes to analyzing my pairs. I start on the weekly, then down to the entry time frames. But okay, what we see here, obviously I said on the last video that what you should focus on is the waves. Waves meaning the lower low and lower high, or the higher low and higher high, right? And you need to understand the market structure most importantly before you even do anything, right? So what we can establish, and I'm very efficient, and obviously we're trying to make this video as short as possible. So I'm only gonna focus on like things that matter. What did I just do? Things that matter in the markets, right? So even the time period of our analysis is very important. We can't be analyzing things that happened uh, years back. We are only concerned with things that happened now recently, and things that only affect the markets and right now currently, and like the market price, how it's moving. So if we can clearly look at this part of the market right here, or this part of the chart, we can clearly see that it was a downtrend, right? Let's make it read, right? It was a downtrend, and remember, I told you guys that for a downtrend to be reversed and invalidated, the most recent wave, or the most recent higher lower high and lower low wave should be invalidated, should be broken. So this is our lower high. Let's make it read. Let's make it read right here. And then our lower low here, the most recent ones, right? These are the ones we use to judge if the trend is still valid or what. But then since they are broken, since they're clearly broken, we can say no, the downtrend has been invalidated, has been violated, right? Meaning the trend right now is to the upside. The trend now is bullish. We've established that, right? So let's also establish like levels that might have some sort of significance in the market right now. I mean, this is the weekly chart, so there isn't much to see. Let's check the 1 day. I wanted to be a quick analysis and still cover most of the content, guys, and most of the basics and the essentials that we need to analyze. So as we've established that this has been broken, the previous or the most recent wave of the downtrend has been broken, and price is going to the upside now. But then for us to be able to trade the markets and even get a proper entry and a proper target, we need to get the gist of, the market, or the touches and the interactions with price that the markets had with certain levels, you know. So let's try, and we only can do that by taking our left hand side of the market, you know, very important. This is really like another wave that happened before the previous one, or the most recent one, but it seems to be holding. So let's just mark it real quick. Right. And then what else? So in the grand scheme of things, guys, the market is really bullish, right? Because this downtrend on the left-hand side, the red area has been reversed. So in the grand scheme of things, the market has been the market has been bullish ever since that. And let's just label our uptrend so that we don't get confused. This is our higher high in the grand scheme of things, like the overall trend already, and then higher low. As long as this higher low is holding, we are in an uptrend, right? In the grand scheme of things, on a big time frame, the weekly and the daily, right? This is an uptrend as long as this higher low is still holding, right? And what else? We're still gonna zoom in into the nitty-gritties and the detail. But for now, I want us to see if let's try and get a guide from our trend line to see what's really happening. Is this I really wanna cater for all the touches, guys. Sorry. I wanna see if right. Right. So that we can, be accurate with our analysis. But you get the gist of the downtrend, so we can remove that and okay. What we see here is an uptrend, right? But then let's look at the market behavior when it got to the touch, or it got to the line for the third touch. We can clearly see that it didn't react like the other touches. Look at this touch right here. It was clean. It was a touch and go, right? This one right here was also a touch and go, right? But then this one broke a little bit, regardless that this line is by the wick rejections, it still broke, right? So it means the sellers were too powerful here and the buyers were a bit hesitant to buy at this area right here, at this support level, So that now should now make us question if our buyers are still strong. We understand that on the grand scheme of things, the trend is bullish. Let's even the overall trend is bullish. Keep this as a reminder on your chart. Make it huge so that whenever you try and do something that's against, even though you might see sales for now, but like just remember, whenever you wanna put your target and your stop losses, remember the trend that you are trading. Or always remember and remind yourself. So put this on your screen and everything. So now we have to really analyze what's happening, because the buyers seem like they are a bit weak this time. They didn't really execute as soon as the market touched the trend line. So let's try and zoom in and get down to the 4 hour and see the market price action, see what is happening. I know this. Let's see what's happening on the 4 hour. Right. And as you go down the time frames, guys, like the touches and the lines and everything, they change because the price action is not really, it's the same, but like the reactions to specific prices is not the same across the board. This touch right here, see how neat and precise it is. It's not the same on your daily or daily or weekly time frame. So that's also very important to note that you're not really changing the prices or the analysis, is just readjusting for for clean touches. Because remember, even when you trade, when you enter, you're looking for that clean, clean entry, very precise. Okay, so now we've established that the trend is to the upside and everything, but now the characteristics and the qualities of the market right now are starting to shift a little bit. You know, when you zoom in into the 4 hour, let's look at our waves right here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I've already explained how I choose my waves, guys. So don't be surprised if you see something looking like a wave and I am not taking it into account. If you wanna understand like the theory behind the waves, just let me know or go check the previous video. I explained it very well. This is not a wave right here because for a higher low to be valid, the higher high needs to be broken. And as you can see here, this candle was instantly reversed. As soon as it touched or as soon as it closed, it was reversed. So this movement doesn't count, right? So we can't really say this is a higher high and higher low because the higher high was not broken. Hence, we're gonna use this wave here as a benchmark, right? This is the most recent wave, the most valid recent wave, right? Let's just label it so that I don't lose you guys. Higher low. So that I don't lose you guys. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible, guys, but then I cannot ignore some, and I feel like I should explain something there. I'm still gonna explain it to you. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me until this part of the video. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you are learning something as well. Right? So remember the theory we have about trends. If the higher low of the uptrend is broken, the most recent one is broken, it means the trend is reversed, right? That's what we've established, right? So by the looks of things here, we can clearly say the inner trend or the smaller trend on the inside here is broken, meaning the downtrend might be emerging right now because this high low is no longer holding, right? And if we look closely, what happened ever since the high was made or an attempt to make a new high was made, this is what happened, right? This is what happened. The price has been going down ever since. The price has been going down ever since. Let me do it like this. From this point going forward, price has been moving down and it has been doing so with a little bit of, momentum to itself, a little bit of trend. This high low held, it was not broken. Market continued to go to the downside. Another higher low, lower high, sorry. The lower highs been holding. And then this one is also holding, even made a new low, right? So now we question the trend. We're like, okay, if this is how it's looking, lower high. If this is how the market is looking right now, can we really say we are looking for buys or sells? Very important question. Because the dynamics are changing in the market. We might be having an overall uptrend, but what are we really seeing in the market, right? Because these levels here are holding. We cannot take that for granted. We cannot take these bearish trend qualities for granted, really, because that would be so ignorant. And now it seems like it really seems like we're trying to control what the market does, right? But then at the same time, we have a pattern. We cannot ignore the pattern as well, right? We cannot ignore the pattern as well. This pattern of a trend line. First touch, second touch respected, third touch it broke. This might be looking like a retest right now because the lower low is holding, right? So our job in the market, guys, as a trader, our job is not to predict what's going to happen. Our job is to react. right? Our job is to react. So I'm gonna lay down the instances that we can use to react and hopefully make, you know, a little bit of profits in the market this week. But what I'm gonna need you guys to do is be patient. Well, before I need you to be patient. Well, I need you to be patient, really. But right now, please subscribe to the channel, guys. If you're really liking the content and if you're really getting something. I mean, if you're not liking the content and if you're not getting any value from this video, it's okay. Don't like, don't subscribe, right? But then if you really are seeing things that might be, you know, helpful and, you know, might improve your trading and might change how you look at the markets, please like and subscribe and comment and let me know that, okay, this is working for you or this is making sense to you, right? Okay, so let me break down the theory to you guys, you know. On the grand scheme of things, the overall trend is bullish because this higher low is holding, right? This higher low right here. And this trend on the left-hand side has been broken, meaning the trend is to the upside. But then when you zoom in on the price action, we can establish that the uptrend that has been forming on the inside of the overall trend has been reversed or has been invalidated, right? By a downtrend on the right-hand side of the red line. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low have been forming, right? But then at the same time, there is a trend. I mean, there is a pattern, right? This trend line right here cannot be ignored because price has been respecting it. First touch, second touch, the third touch, it broke. This looks like a retest, and there's some sort of support. If we're being honest here, price is failing to close below this level right here, right? Let me make it here so that it includes every close, right? Let's make it red. Let's make this level red, right? There's some sort of support here. Lows cannot, like, price cannot make lows here, cannot break these lows. And if you look at these lows right here, you will see some sort of a double bottom, meaning the buyers are saying, hey, yo, we are going up. They're as strong, right? The buyers are strong. They're not letting up. And price also broke back into the lower low, price level, right? Canceling out this whole action right here. I mean, that's just my theory. Depends on how you look at it, but then I'm just putting down my theory to you guys. So price has eliminated this move right here. The break of this lower low has been eliminated. So this lower low is still holding, right? I know we only use the lower high as the benchmark to say, okay, it's a uptrend or downtrend, but the lower low is holding, is putting on a fight, right? So for us to be comfortable with buying or selling, let's go down to a lower time frame, right? This is the price action we see on the 1 hour, and it's pretty much making sense. We have a double bottom right here that low-key reversed the breakage of this lower low here, right? And the market is now well above the lower low, right? And the market seems to be retesting this line right here that it broke, this trend line right here that it broke. So some might say, okay, this looks like a good continuation pattern to go to the upside. Really, right? So some might be seeing buys, right? But then if you are seeing buys, because our job is not to predict, is to react. If you are seeing buys at this level here and everything meets your criteria to, you know, enter a buying trade, do that. Do that because why not? If you see an opportunity, just take it. That's how you're gonna learn how to, you know, trade and handle your emotions. The practicality of actually executing and not hesitating is very, very important, guys, because that's how you take down data. In the grand scheme of things, the trade you're gonna take here doesn't really matter. What matters is how you're gonna handle it, your emotions, and you know how you're gonna manage the trade, right? So putting on a trade shouldn't be that difficult. But then I mean it depends, right? It depends on the type of person you are. But then honestly, right now, I'm looking at a buy. I even already entered a buy, to be honest to you, because I'm doing this video on a Monday. It's 20 past 1 in the afternoon. I'm recording this from South Africa, so our time might be, you know, a bit different and stuff like that. But um as long as this level is still holding, this is my theory or my objectives for this trade. As long as this red line is still holding, right? The market, I'm still gonna hold my buys. And on top of that, we have a continuation pattern right here. You know, the flag. I don't know if you call it a flag or whatever, but I call it a continuation pattern to the upside, you know, to correct this movement. It's correcting this movement right here. The current pattern is correcting this movement right here. Let's make it blue. You understand? And we're entering buys in hopes that this move is gonna continue like this, right? Right? So this is what I see. This is what I see for the week, right? And we're gonna be waiting here on the lower high, the previous lower high, to judge if the market is really going up. You know, I would put my target is right here, because we don't know if this lower high is really holding or the market is gonna break it and turn around this whole you know trend, downtrend on the inside of the trend line, right? We don't know if this is a complete reversal of this pattern, but we're gonna have our buys until this area and then see the reaction of the market. If we break this lower high, we know, okay, we are bullish for the week, right? We are back into the bullish trend. So yeah, that's what I see on the GBPUSD, guys. Where's my reminder? It shouldn't be lost this thing. It should be right. But some of y'all might argue that, okay, the line was broken though. The overall trend line was broken. And this might be a retest of the trend line. This might be a retest of the trend line to say that the sellers are in and the sellers are about to take the market down, right? I mean, it all comes down to time, guys, and patience, right? It all comes down to time and patience, because you might be right. You might be right. This might be something forming right here. We cannot ignore it. You understand? But then we still need to acknowledge the fact that the bulls are in right now. The bulls are in. First touch, second touch on the trend line that you see forming, if you have something like this in your analysis, right? And this pattern is also, it also cannot be taken to for granted, right? It needs to continue to a certain level, right? So if there is some sort of a reversal, or there is sellers that are in the markets right now, they might start they might start being powerful from here, because now the buyers are gonna be taking their profits, so there's gonna be a lot of sellers more than buyers in the market. So if there's any sells, I will suggest that we wait for the sells here if they happen. Hence I'm saying when price gets to the lower high, we wait, we see, because we don't want to predict. When it gets here, or if it gets here, because I'm contradicting myself by saying when, but then if it gets here, we see the reaction first. If the reaction is not giving us bullish, we know that, okay, price is now respecting this pattern that's forming on the outside of the trend, that it low-key broke, right? But if the price is going up still, we know that, okay, our selling bias is really wrong, or it's out of place, right? Because if we really look on the daily, this might be nothing but a a fake breakout. This could still come if this candle closes inside of the overall trend line. This is nothing but a breakout or fake breakout right here, right? But it's okay, guys. Let's just watch the markets. That's the, let's just take trading for what it really is and wait, be patient, don't rush the markets and try and enter early. Just wait and see and react. That's how you make your money. Because as soon as you do something out of that, you're gonna be giving money to the people who are patient. So yeah, that's my analysis on GBPUSD, guys. Let me know what you think, and yeah, let me know in the comment section what you see. But then this is what I see, and yeah, good luck with your trading for this pair. Please check out my next video. I'm gonna be analyzing gold and seeing what gold is saying. But for now, peace out.